So you've got the Bermi, the latest electric car in Bermuda. Tell me a little bit about the Bermi.
Yeah, I first saw this car about maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4, about 4 years ago. And I just loved the way it looked, you know, and yeah, I'm very much a gearhead car guy. I love motorcycles, Harleys, you know, sports cars. And when I first saw the car, I was looking for some way to bring it here because I thought it was the perfect car for Bermuda. At the time, I didn't really have, you know, any money, but I'm, you know, being an entrepreneur, you know, if you build it and things will come. And then once the rental mini car initiative was started, I said, aha, this is a chance. And basically, I was trying to get in with America's Cup. I actually had one of the teams who had agreed to rent, like, you know, 4 cars for, you know, 2 months. But at the time, the legislation wasn't fully in place. But in any case, I put in my application shortly after America's Cup. It took me 16 to 17 months to get my permit. Just got operational yesterday, which is a Wednesday the 27th or whatever it was. I picked up my plates at 4:45, so today, which is Thursday the 28th, technically we are up and running.
You're in business.
We're in business, yeah. The response to the car has been phenomenal. At the beginning, you know, once I fulfilled all of the criteria in the Act, I got some financing together, brought in 3 cars. The intention actually was not to sell, just to rent. But because I didn't get my permit, you know, I had no choice because financial commitments, I had to get my money back. So I chose to sell the cars. And the sales, I mean, the response to the car has just been off the charts, especially of late because the last set of cars that I got in, which were for our rental fleet, we still didn't have our permit, but I was very sure that we'd get it soon. We put a car on display in Washington Mall. I've sold a couple, and with those cars driving around,
yeah,
it's generating interest. And the car in Washington Mall is just like, geez, web traffic, emails, phone calls through the roof.
So when I get it straight, you're renting and selling?
Yeah, we were just through I guess, some errors that I made, which actually proved to be positive in my favor. We are able to import the cars.
So you've sold a couple so far?
We have 5 on the road.
5 on the road, and the rental market is started now?
Oh yeah, we got, geez.
And that's proving quite popular?
Yeah, I mean, you know, we won't really be operational until Monday technically, but we do have a rental going out tomorrow for the weekend with one of the managers at a local hotel. There's like a 6-week rental on Tuesday,
right.
4-day rental Monday, a
So
bunch
you're
of other
busy.
ones. It's going to be busy,
Cool.
yeah. We don't have our rental software up and running yet. That should be operational hopefully by Tuesday.
Right.
Right now we're just keeping a paper chart and keeping track of things, but we have a lot of people lined up down the road.
So tell me a little bit about the car's specs.
Yeah, 2 models. We brand them as a Bermi for Bermuda. The Bermi 400 and the Bermi 200. 200 is a 2-seater, the 400 is a 4-seater. Technically the 4-seater is a 2+2 because it is a little cramped.
So it's like kids in the back?
Yeah, you can put 2 adults back there, but you've got to have the driver and passenger seat further forward.
Right.
Fun cars, they've got...
What's the range?
Okay, we sold a car to a girl about 3 weeks ago, and she's getting about 120 miles on one charge.
On one charge.
And a nice feature about these cars is that they have multi-region chargers in them.
Right.
So you can plug it into a regular household outlet, or if you have a 220, we use 220. Which is, I mean, for Bermudians, it's great because you know, you don't have to worry about having a 220 installed at your house. Just take a regular 110 charge cord, plug it in.
I noticed coming in here that the interior is pretty smart, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, essentially, you know, Bermi, it's a very, very basic car, but it has big car features.
Yeah.
Air conditioning, power steering, reverse camera, Bluetooth, power windows, power mirrors, heated mirrors. You know, so it's a basic car with big car features.
And you still get 120 miles to a charge even with all those. That's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Has a 72-volt lithium battery. The power is 7.5 kilowatts. It's a 10 kilowatt hour battery. And you know, the range is phenomenal. You know, like, I mean, for the rental market, you know, you'll never, unless you're driving all day, you'll never do 120 miles in one day.
Wouldn't have
Yeah.
thought so, no.
Yeah,
Not
so
Bermuda.
it's actually perfect for Bermuda. You know, 21 square miles. Average commute is about 20 miles per day. Speed limit is 25, 30.
In
You know,
theory.
if you're a single person, couple, if a visiting worker, you know, it's the perfect car.
Where did it get its name? Did you choose the name?
Yeah, myself, Margot, who's my manager, you know, her and I had a brainstorming session outside the shop here, and we're trying to find all sorts of different names that, you know, will kind of resonate locally. And yeah, the name Bermi came up, Bermi with a Y, but then a friend of mine suggested Bermi with an I. I said, aha, yes.
So where did they come from originally?
They're made in China.
Right.
Yeah. The company's been around for about 35, 40 years. And the company was initially set up to manufacture and design components for other electric vehicle manufacturers. And then the son of the owner came up with this idea. And he kind of, in designing it, he was thinking about his kids, you know. So the car has a bit of a toy car kind of, you know, vibe about it. Yeah, and the Bermi brand is resonating incredibly well locally.
So what do you think about electric cars in general? I mean, we're seeing more and more on the roads in Bermuda. You know,
Yeah.
yours, the Twizzes, obviously.
Yeah.
It seems every manufacturer now has an electric car.
From my perspective, or from our perspective, electric cars are definitely the way forward. First off, you know, it's environmentally friendly. The cost to operate is minimal. You know, way cheaper than, you know, operating a gasoline-powered car. The service component with electric cars is also minimal. I mean, technically, there's only one moving part, the motor. You've got your window motors and your brake vacuum pump, but the only major moving part is the little, you know, rotor inside your motor. So, you know, if something's not working, just swap it out and change it.
Do you expect to see a lot more electric cars in Bermuda in the near future?
Definitely, yeah. And one of the other rental minicar companies, I kind of tip my hat to them because they really opened the door to people being accepting of electric cars and realizing, you know what, this is the way forward. Yeah.